and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been 20 days in and I've been trying to get out as much content, but I'm still learning with this whole YouTube. Like, I found myself having to redo a lot of videos that I want to put out there to you guys. So my videos are coming. Sorry for it coming out very slow. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Miss Ruth. I am going to be doing the Teacher Valentine Exchange. So I want to give a shout out to Miss Ruth. Thank you for organizing it and putting it all together. So look out for a video closer to Valentine's Day. I am going to be doing a Teacher Valentine with someone. I have someone has me, and I'm going to be sharing whatever gift my teacher Valentine has given to me. I will be sharing it on my page, so make sure you guys look out for that video. And hey Ruth, hey girl, hey, hi. So as you guys can see, I graduated this week. And I'm still like in shock. I'm just like happy that I reached to the point where I'm at, and I'm just like blown by everything. Like, to say that I'm officially done is an understatement, but I'm so happy that, it's over, and, it's straightforward at this point going on, and I'm still in the process of looking for a teacher job for the upcoming school year. So I'm still, putting my resume and things together, doing my portfolio and all those things. Is going to be full force, and I'm getting it done, guys. I'm getting it done. So you will see me doing like some videos about that, and discussing more of the things that I'm doing. I'm going to a lot of workshops that my college that I just graduated from. I'm still with them, so I'm doing like a lot of career development, going to some workshops and some teacher things that they're offering at my school. So I'm doing a lot of that. So yeah, with this video, I really wanted to talk about, if you live in the New York City area, I want to talk about substitute teaching, because I did tell you guys that I have started subbing. My first day of subbing was January 3rd. So far, I've done at least 5. I went to 5 different, well, not 5 different schools, but I've subbed for 5 days. And in between those 5 days, I went to different schools. So my first day, it was nerve-wracking, because all I knew was that on my assignment, it said special ed. I didn't know whether it was elementary. I didn't know whether it was high school. So the first day, the schools that I do go out to is the schools around my neighborhood where I live in Brooklyn, and the place where I got nominated to start my student teaching. Lord, look at me, I'm thinking about student teaching, God knows. But the place where I did my student teaching, they nominated me to be a sub when I was finished. So if you ever get that opportunity, like, that's a way for you to get your foot in the door. So that's how I got my foot in the door. So I also sub for them as well. So my first day was the 3rd. I originally started the 2nd, but I had to go down to the New York City Department of Education and go and get my ID. So I officially started the next day. So on my first day, I ended up working in a 12-1-1. No, it wasn't a 12-1. It was an 8-3-1 class, where it's 8 students, 3 paras, and 1 teacher. That day when I went in for my subbing, there was only 2 paras. The other one didn't show up that day, and the teacher was out. And I was nervous, because my assumption, when I met, the secretary, and I'm talking, she introduced me. She was like, "This is gonna be a classroom for the day," and I'm like, "Okay." And she looked at me and she's like, "I just want to tell you," she was like, "the kids are gonna think that you're one of them." So I'm like, yeah. I was like, I can understand that. I'm a little short. When you look at me, you think like I'm young, but I'm 26, guys. So she was like, "Yeah, the kids are gonna think that you are one of them." So I was like, "Oh, okay, like, that's cool, whatever." So I go into the room. I introduced myself to the parent. Like, I was the first one there, and then once people started coming in the room, I started looking around for things, because I'm like, where is the fire drill information, just in case something happened, like doing sub things that you should be looking for when you enter a room, or sub plans, or something to check to see if something is left for you to do with the kids. And unfortunately, nothing was left. This was more of a vocational school where these kids were high school kids. So I had no idea that it was high school. So, of course, I let, the paras, let me know like how the room ran, and we did they did their morning meeting thing where I have to write like today is um how is the weather out, and then the kids have to write in the schedule in their books. So we did, the daily thing of that, and then for the rest of the day, we just watched movies because there was nothing for them to do. They were supposed to go to BJ's that day, but because their regular teacher who wasn't there, so they didn't get to go on like their little trip to BJ's so they can know how to purchase things and get things that they need. And that first day, I found it like so, like, I loved it. Like, it was a nice setting, the workers and they were really friendly. And it, like, even when the workers was coming in, they're like coming in, like, I'm thinking, like, these are people who work in the room, who, work in the room that I'm in. I have other people, like, come into the room. So I guess, like, the room that I was in was, like, the hangout spot. So they're like, where's the teacher? Where's the teacher? Like, who's subbing for the guy? And I'm like, they're looking at me. They're like, are you the teacher? And I'm like, yes, I am the teacher. So I'm realizing that I know I'm gonna get a lot of that, but it's like really like, come on now. So after that, I've done like early childhood too. I've been subbing in another school around my area. So far I've been liking it. I was nervous about teachers not leaving, work and me having to make something up. I did kind of get into a bind with that when I was at an early childhood center where I had to run around and get something for the kids to do, and that was like that was like a pain. It was nerve wracking because I didn't come with anything planned. So luckily, I met another sub who subs here frequently, and she was able to find me some stuff that she was going to use with her kids, and we just end up swapping. And we just said we're going to use those for the day, and that even worked out well. Another sub position that I did where I was in a ICT room. Let me tell y'all how this went. Like, they wanted me to do subbing at this early childhood center, right? It was a kindergarten class. It's an ICT. Two teachers should have been there. For this sub position, they had me as a sub with another sub in an ICT. Now, I was hella pissed, right? Because one of the kids, I don't know if he was on medication. I don't know what it was. He was just off the walls, running around the classroom, tearing up the kids' work. Just, doing anything and everything, spitting. It was just like, what is going on? And all I could say is like, so the teacher couldn't leave me like no information, like just something about the kids, so I could just already know firsthand, and then I'll be able to know how to deal with it. And I'm just like, I can't believe that. Like, never in my life, I've been working in ICT for 2 years, and never ever in my life have both of the general education teacher and the special education teacher been out together. Both of y'all out, and y'all put two subs in the classroom. I have no IEP. I don't have anything just to like, you're not giving me a brief summary on the kids who do have IEPs or what it is, if they're on medication, if not, if they have any behaviors, what it is. You just put me and two subs. Mind you, I'm the younger one, and the sub must have been like in her 80s. No, the sub must have been maybe like in her 60s, her 70s. And she's sitting, with the other kids, and I have to deal with this kid who's running around thinking, and I'm trying to talk to him. It was a mess. It was a mess. Best believe by the end of that day, I left a note for that teacher. I was like, I don't know if this is what he normally does, but today with me, oh, honey, this is what he was doing. Like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know, but I just need to let you know. Best believe she had like 4 post-its. Like literally 4 post-its, and I put down every little thing he was doing. I said we had an okay day, but that really blew mine because I've never been in a situation like that where both of the teachers is out. There's at least one teacher that gotta be there, whether it's the gen or the sped. Somebody gotta be there, and then y'all have the sub to cover for who's out in that room. But I was like, after that day, they've been trying to call me and wanted to book me, and I've just been like, after that day, that following week, I took a week off. Like nobody could not call me in that week. They was trying to call me, everything, and I'm like, no. I was like, I'm graduating next week. I'm like, no, I'm gonna take that whole week off. So I just took like a whole week off, and I'm gonna go back full in next week. But so far, I'm not gonna lie. Besides that incident that I had, so far I'm really enjoying it. I like that I'm able to go to different rooms and kind of feel what grades I really want to get into and start teaching. So that's what I really like about it the most. And I really, to be honest, I really did like the high school. Like I've never considered high school, but when I looked at those kids and like just getting to know them like individually one on one, just for that day, like I really kind of got to know those kids. Like we just had like so much fun within that day and just like talking to the workers and they expressing like why they like to work in this kind of setting. It was just really it was just really all in all. So I'm loving it so far. They're even calling me to go back and do some more subbing over there. So I told them like definitely I will go over there. But yeah, so far it's been really good. I have no complaints besides that one um issue. But other than that, I mean, hey, this is gonna hold me until I find something definitely for September. Like I'm really in the process of looking for something in September, and I do want to start with my special education cert. Um, that's what I'm going for. But my whole thing is if I don't get something in special ed, I'm going to start with general ed. But most likely here in New York, they need special education teachers, so I know I'll definitely get a job in that. But I really want to do ICT, either first or second grade. I don't want to do a testing grade. I think as a first year as a teacher, I just feel like that's setting, me up for failure. I would rather do first and second grade and then work my way into those testing grades such as third, fourth, and fifth. And then yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I am going to do another video on how the whole subbing situation goes in New York City because it's a whole process just for anybody. If I do have any New York supporters or subscribers, if you're in the teaching field. So I just wanted to, help you guys out because, like I said, when I came back from college in 2014, I had a hard time getting into DOE. And for me to get to this point without anybody's help, I'm just like, listen, if I can help somebody, I'm going to help you. I'm not going to let you fall and figure it out by yourself. And I've even had family members who worked in DOE and did not even phase to even help me or try to get me in. So I have to do it all by myself. And I'm like, you know what? When I get to this point where I'm at now, I'm going to help the next person to get in. And I'm going to show you the steps that I took, and the steps that I took is definitely going to help you to get in as well. So that's going to be what my next video is. If you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. I want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you guys for continuously watching my videos. I appreciate all the love, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.